So in the video that I posted before showing the woman telling me that my daughter and my grandson was resting, her name is Myrna, I believe. And the reason I remember her name, I picked her up when I was doing Lyft a few years ago from the Wilmington Hospital. And she knew who I was, but I didn't know who she was. And then she told me. But this was going on then in my face, in my daughter's face. We just didn't know it. But anyway, the reason my daughter started staying at their house when she was 18, 19 years old after graduating high school, she wanted to take a break. I encouraged her to go to college and, pretty much told her to stay at home. You need to go to college. And she wanted to take a break, so she worked at Little Caesar Pizza for a while and Governor Square Shopping Center in Newcastle, and then she worked at the Dollar Tree in that shopping center near the 4013 split in Newcastle because we lived in those apartments right by the split. But she worked, her schedule had her getting off at 10 o'clock at night. At 10 o'clock at night, it's dark outside, it's no one out, it's dark out there. We live all the way at the end of the parking lot of the apartment complex coming from the Dollar Tree. So she would have to walk through that long, dark parking lot to get to our building or catch a Uber and go through a long, dark parking lot. So I didn't feel comfortable with either of those. And I told her that she would need to change her work schedule, get another job where so I can, pick you up during the day or something, or just go to school and worry about that later. Just trying to protect my daughter. And then, because it's just me and her. And then on top of that, this guy I was dating some years prior named Francis Shea had came into her job at the Dollar Tree and asked her about me. And so she told me, and it kind of puzzled me because me and him had trouble in the past. I had to take a police report out on him. And then even after that, he was contacting me on Facebook. I ignored him. And now you're coming into my daughter's job. He don't live nowhere near there. So I was like, well, maybe he could have stopped by. I don't know. But I still just didn't want her working there either way because I can't, be there to assess basically. And we didn't. Like I said, I worked and took care of us my whole life. So she didn't really need the job, but she wanted that independence. She wanted her own money. I understand that. But I also wanted her to go to school. So that was an issue as well. So we got into it. She started staying with them. This was around 2020, um, um, the beginning of 2020. So I suppose she met this woman's kids at one of her jobs because that's the only time that she would, be somewhere really without me. I knew all her other friends, anyone she met at school. I, got to meet the friend, the family. We're coordinating when we picking up, dropping off our kids. Any other friends she's ever had was people I knew, either someone from the church we went to or acquaintance of mine, their kids. She's never had any friends outside of me. So these were the first friends she had outside of me, and she wanted to keep it that way because she wanted to be independent from me. But I also explained to her when I found out that these people were up to no good, and she wouldn't listen. She believed them because they had, I don't know if they was her friends in the beginning and then turned on her, or if it was a target set up from the beginning. Because everything that me and her was going through, the mom who you see came to the door, she made sure that she was doing whatever my daughter complained about, she did so that she can wheel my daughter in, get her to trust her and get her to look at her like a mother, and my daughter believed her. But the whole time she's setting my daughter up. I'm the mother now, setting my daughter up, knowing that. And like I said, I don't know if this was from the beginning or what, but I know I picked her up in my lift. When I was doing lift, I picked her up, and it just had dawned on me like, oh, she knew who I was. So when I picked her up, she knew that I was my Asia's mother. I didn't know her. How did she know me? Because we saw each other before from a distance and waved, but we've never had a conversation, before the time she was in the lift. And she couldn't have, like, recognized me, or maybe my daughter told her I drive Lyft and she know my name, but I just thought it was odd that I picked her up, and, you know, and this has been going on for a while. So, in your face, but you don't know what's going on. But she knew what was going on because she's a part of it. So I don't think that was a coincidence. I think that was just her playing in my face like she did before. So, anyhow, my daughter has mental health issues. That's a part of our challenging relationship. But no matter whatever has gone on with me and my daughter, we've never in life gone this long without talking, ever. Whenever we have a falling out, I make sure we don't go weeks or months, a day or two, weeks and months now. Ever, ever, ever in life have we gone weeks. I don't care what's going on between us. We'll be around each other bickering. She come pick me up and she's pissed off at something. She's still going to come pick me up, and we may bicker on our way to the store. But it's never been, oh, I just can't talk to you, just can't be around. No, it's never in life. Ever, 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 ever in life. We've never gone days and weeks and months without talking, whether we're bickering or not. Ever in life. In her 26 years of life, ever. That is very odd, and cell phone records will prove that we've never gone months. I would never go months mad and not talking to my daughter. She's never gone months mad and not talking to me, ever. Ever. A couple days, even if we bickering, like I said, we still talking. And so, this woman is protecting her son. She's protecting her son because one of her sons, he likes boys. And my daughter has a child, and he's a boy. My daughter has a son. And a lot has happened to her son. So I sure like to know, why is my daughter being kept from me by this family? And why is law enforcement protecting this family? And protecting her when I'm telling you what's going on with my daughter, that she's being held against her will, that she has mental health issues. It's a long track of medical health records backing this up, and cell phone records with me and my daughter's relationship. We've never gone this long without talking.